Hey everyone, this is Sin with Big Moon Energy. Today I'm going to be making homemade lasagna. So, the first thing I'm going to do is actually make my veggie marinara sauce. The first thing you're going to need is two bell peppers and two zucchinis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dice these pretty finely and throw them in my bowl, okay? Okay, guys, I've got my two bell peppers cut and diced up here. And now we will cut up the two zucchinis, dice them up nice and fine. Okay, guys, so I have both bell peppers diced up and both zucchinis diced up. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to throw in some cherry tomatoes. This is a pint of cherry tomatoes. That's how much I use. You could do less if you wanted. I like this amount. All right, guys. Now, what I'm going to do next is I've got some olive oil and I'm going to drizzle that over my bell pepper, tomatoes, and zucchini. I don't have an exact measurement for this, okay, guys? I just kind of do it until it feels right, okay? And that's the same with the Italian seasoning. I'm going to sprinkle this with Italian seasoning. Once again, don't have an exact measurement. I am in no way a chef. I just kind of do this how I do it. I've used this recipe for so long that this is just how I do it. All right, so I've added olive oil and the Italian seasoning to my tomato, zucchini, and bell pepper. Now what I'm going to do is just mix this up. I want to make sure everything is coated with the Italian seasoning and the olive oil because these have to be roasted in the oven. All right? So want to make sure everything's coated. I'm actually going to add a little bit more Italian seasoning. All right? Okay, that is looking good. You just want to make sure everything is mixed up, okay? Now what I am going to do is I'm going to pour this into my baking dish, all right? Because these are going to go in the oven. You want to make sure you get all of it out, okay? All right, and I'm going to even this out. No need to spray your pan since we used all this olive oil. All right. At the sink. Okay, guys, so here is my little dish that is holding my tomatoes, bell pepper, and zucchini. I am going to roast this in the oven for about 25 minutes at 425 degrees, and then I'm going to give it a stir and see if it needs to go longer, all right? Okay, guys, here's my roasted veggies fresh out of the oven, literally. We've got the tomatoes, the bell pepper, the zucchini. I am going to set this aside so that we can move on to our next step. Okay, guys, for my next step of the marinara sauce, I'm going to dice up one onion, okay? I'm using a yellow onion. You can actually use whatever kind of onion you would like, but I'm going to go ahead and get that diced up. All right, so my onion is diced, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this big pot that I have here, and I'm going to put some olive oil at the bottom, maybe a tablespoon, okay? I'm also going to put about a pretty good sized spoonful of minced garlic in my pot, and then I'm going to put my onions right on in there along with it, okay? Now, I'm going to take this over to the stove, all right? Just my onions, olive oil, garlic, and saute this until the onions are soft. I've got my onions sauteed down with my garlic and olive oil. They're pretty soft. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add in the veggies that I roasted into my pot with the onions and the garlic, all right? All right, so now I've got all my veggies in my one pot. We've got onions, the tomatoes, bell pepper, zucchini. This smells amazing, okay? Just absolutely amazing. What I'm gonna do next is, this is a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, okay? Needs to be crushed, all right? Not whole or diced, crushed tomatoes, okay? And then I'm going to add in a cup of water. And now I'm going to generously add in some Italian seasoning. And I'm going to grab some salt and pepper. All right, just going to add in a little bit of salt. Not too much. And then go kind of generous on the pepper, all right? And I am going to add in some more Italian seasoning. All right, I'm going to give this a stir. And then what I'm going to do, this is your ragu right here, okay? This is your marinara. I'm going to go get this on the stove and start simmering it, all right? This is it. You're just going to bring this to a simmer. You're going to bring this to a simmer, okay? And then that's your sauce. Okay, guys. So my ragu is simmering, and I'm just going to let this simmer while I kind of put everything else together. You could leave this simmering on low heat for an hour or more, okay? If it gets too thick, just add in a little bit more water to kind of loosen it up, all right? What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a pot, put some water in it and boil it and get my lasagna noodles cooking so that they're cooled and ready for when I'm ready to assemble my lasagna. Next up, I'm going to start working on my cheese filling, okay? I am going to chop up about 4 ounces of spinach, all right? And throw it in a saute pan, all right? So I've got my spinach chopped, and what I'm going to do next, just a little drizzle of olive oil, not very much, and then just a little bit of garlic as well. Say about that much. All right. Now I'm going to go put this on the stove and saute it down really quick. This won't take very long. We just want the spinach to wilt and go down some. All right. My spinach is all wilted down. Okay. While it is still hot, I'm going to put in, this is a 2-pound container of ricotta, but for you guys, you could probably just do 1 depending on how many you're cooking for. Whatever's left, I will save to use for another day for some other meal, okay? And then you are just going to literally want to get this spinach and ricotta all mixed in together. That's why I like to do it while the spinach is still hot, because this helps make this warm and kind of melts it down, but not too much. I'm not going to be putting this back on the stove. This will sit now once it's fully combined and wait for my noodles to get done. And then we will be able to put together our lasagna. I am going to sprinkle a little bit of pepper on this. And you're just going to want to get it all combined. Make sure everything is nice and smooth and mixed together, okay? All right, guys, all my stuff is done, and I'm ready to assemble this lasagna. Claire, can you say hi?
Hi.
Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so this is how I assemble my lasagna. You, of course, can assemble it however you want. I start my layer out with some of my marinara. Oh, let's wait, okay? We'll do the cheese next after we put some noodles down, okay? I just put a layer of marinara on the bottom, okay? And then I'm going to put my noodles in. You're going to sprinkle the cheese, okay? Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to get my noodles in there. Some of this. Put some cheese on there. Next, I'm going to do my ricotta and spinach mixture. Can you do it? Ah. And then I'm just going to spread that out. Okay?
Mama.
Yes. You want to do a noodle?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just spread it out. Even out your noodles as you go. This doesn't have to be like award-winning here. Clearly, I'm having my 2-year-old help assemble, so All right, cheese. Sprinkle cheese.
No.
Then I'm going to sprinkle some cheese. Stick your hand in there.
No.
You don't want to do the cheese? Okay. So, going to sprinkle cheese on there. Mozzarella. I got mozzarella and a provolone mix, okay? And then before I put new noodles on, I'm going to add some more marinara. Hold on, I'll let you put a noodle on. Let me put the marinara on, then you can do a noodle. You want to put a noodle? Oh, thank you. Yum. Extra cheese. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is keep repeating these same steps, okay? Noodles. Oh, thank you. Can you put the noodle in? I'm going to keep repeating these same steps. Thank you, Clara, until my lasagna is all finished, all right? Okay, so we've made it to the top of our lasagna, and how I layer the top is I put on a final layer of sauce. Clara, are you hungry? Are you ready for some lasagna? Yeah? Okay. I put on a final layer of the sauce, okay? Usually I don't put cheese underneath it, but Clara's helping me today, so so that's how I do it. Now, I will put cheese all over the top, some more mozzarella. Yeah. You want to try it? Okay, here. And then I will also put on this salad blend that I got. It's Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. Ooh, that's a lot. She's going to keep eating it? And I will sprinkle this on my top, just to give it some extra bite. All right, this is some good cheese right here. All right, and that's how I layer it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven at about 350 degrees for maybe 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes, okay? And we'll see if it's ready, all right? Okay, this is the finished product, everybody. Thank you for watching my video. And thank you for subscribing. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.